What's up, guys? Today is the third episode of the Battle Cat type game, whatever that is. Yeah. Okay, so let's get right into it. Today we're gonna create stronger units and make the enemies able to spawn. And then we're gonna start off with the enemies spawning because it's not that hard really. Okay, we're gonna use this. So with that, what we're gonna do is go to variables, and we're gonna create a new variable, name it difficulty. There you go. And then we're going to set our difficulty to 1 when it starts, because, it's going to get harder. Forever, my blocks, create a block, name it manage, and then don't click the Rona screen refresh button, just like this. For manage, what we're going to do is go to control, get a weight. And then let's go to operators, get a multiply sign, and a 0.4. Or whatever value you want. I feel good with this number. And then we're going to get this, see the absolute value of. We're going to get a subtract. We're going to subtract 10 minus difficulty. Now what this does is, the higher the difficulty, it's going to weight less and less. So let's set our difficulty to 1. There you go, our difficulty is now 1. It's going to wait 3.6 seconds. If you feel like that's too short, you can make that value higher, or I'm pretty sure that value higher. It's your choice. I'm gonna leave it at 10. I feel good with it. Now if I increase it to 2, what it's gonna do is 3.2. It decreased by 0.4. So that is how fast it gets faster, and that is the starting value. So you can mess around with that. It's pretty good. I like it. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new variable. We're going to name it type, because enemies will also have different types of enemies, because, only one, the basic one, isn't the best. So, and we're going to set type to go to operators, get a floor, which is right over here. Floor of, we're going to do pick random 1 to difficulty. But we don't want it to go over 3, because in this example game, you know what, I don't know if you call this example, but in this tutorial game, what I'm going to do is have 3 different types of enemy. So what I'm going to do is if enemy, I mean difficulty, oh wait, no, if type is greater than 3, which there's no mob that goes over 3, then what we're going to do is we're going to set type to 3. So there you go. That's looking good. And let's go to control, get a create clone of myself. So that is basically all the enemy spawning's done. But the difficulty doesn't go down yet, and then we want it to get faster. So what you're going to do is if else difficulty is less than 0.5, we sort of don't want the difficulty to be less than 0.5. Honestly, you don't have to do it this way. What you could just do is change difficulty by pick random a certain value, like 0.4 and 0.1 or something. But in my case, what I want to do is make it a bit more random, and I want it to be able to go down a bit too. So this is going to be, up and down. Now, this is basically all of the enemy spawning, and it's going to work fine. But when I started as a clone, they set it to 10 in default, so we don't want to do that. We want to change the health depending on our type. What you can do is go to control, get an if else statement, if else equals type equals 1, then we're going to duplicate this, and type equals 2, and because I don't have more than 3, I'm going to end there. But if you have more than 3, you can keep on going like that. So now what we're going to do is set health. I'm going to set it to 10, and then I'm going to set it to 16, and then I'm going to set it to 25. I'm going to get rid of that and then replace it with this, like that. And now what I'm going to do is go down here with the change X by. This is how fast the mob moves. What I want to do is change it a bit because, you know, it might get bigger, it might get smaller, and then the speed, you might want to change the speed of the monster. The enemy, let's just call it enemy. So what I'm going to do is quickly duplicate this and actually get rid of all these, you know, things in the inside. Of course, you don't have to use this way, you can just drag everything out. That might be faster for you if you have a lot of stuff. It'll just take absolutely ages to take everything out. So you can change X by 12. I'm thinking 10. Actually, I want to make the second mob the fast mob, so I'll make that the fast one. And that is looking good. And I'm pretty sure that is all for the enemy units. They should be spawning now. Let's wait a bit. There you go, they're spawning. And then now we can make them fight. So that's working all good. Now what we're going to do is go to the player units, or actually let's go to the shop. I think this is a better way to start. So now what I'm going to do is quickly draw, you know, other two units and leave the last one for the currency upgrade. So yeah, I'll see you then. So I have drawn all my units. As you can see, I also put it in my player unit sprite too. There's the 3 cards. The second one is just dueling a sword, and then the third one is a bit bigger and duels 2 swords. So that's looking pretty good. Yours is probably going to look better because, you know, I quickly drew it. Oh, and I forgot to actually draw the enemy ones, so I'll be quickly back with those ones too. So as you can see, there are 3 enemies. The first one is just the first one, the second one duels 2 swords, but still the same size and stuff. The third one is just a buffed guy. Yeah, I think that's what you should call it, I think, yeah. It's just scary looking. Or is it scary looking? Anyways, now what we're gonna do is go to the shop, and then you can go down to here, and then you will duplicate this and duplicate this once again. You can duplicate as many as you need. I have 3 right now, so I'll have 3. Now the second one have cost of 15. The third one has cost of 25 for me. So I'm gonna quickly adjust to 14 and 24. It's just basically 1 less than what you have for the cost. So now what you're gonna do is change cash by the cost, -15 and -25. And then that's going to be basically it. Except that currently there is no way to know which type of units you have paid for. Because it's just create clone of player units and it doesn't really do anything. So what you want to do is go to variables, scroll down a bit until you see the make list button. Make list, you're going to name it player unit. Oh my god. Okay, player unit, like that. And then we're going to add 1 to, and actually you have to change the ID. We're gonna add 1 to player unit, we're gonna add 2 to player unit, and you can add 3 to unit. Okay, actually I put the wrong one. So there you go. Add, not delete. You can, I guess, put the ID in, but that could mess few things up later on, so just you can manually input it this way. So now what you're going to do is go to the player unit sprite, and then we can go on from there. So same as the enemy units, we're going to do the same thing for the health. You're going to go to control, get an if else statement, if else equals, and then actually create a new sprite type for this sprite only. If type equals 1, then set health to 10. If type equals 2, set health to, I don't know, 16. Set health to 25. Let's do that. Isn't that like the same? Yeah, doesn't really matter. And then you can go on with that. Yeah. Okay, this time I'll leave it this way. It's okay. Now what you're going to do is set type to item 1 of player unit, and then delete 1 of player unit. And then you're going to do the same thing for the movement speed, the change X by, if else, and equals type equals 1. So if type equals 1 and type equals 2, we are going to put it right over here. Is that the right place? No, I don't think so. There you go. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it's right. So let's duplicate that and duplicate that. I'm gonna put -8 for this one and -10 for this one. So now if we run it, we should see the cards with their arts, and then let's try summoning the 15 one. And yeah, it doesn't work, and that is because we haven't switched the costumes yet. So what you're gonna do is switch costume to type. And we're going to go do the same thing for the enemy. We haven't done this for the enemy yet, too. We're going to switch costume to type. There you go. Now if we run, it should start working. Let's try summoning the $15 one. There you go. It has the right art. And if you... Let's see if it can beat that one because it has more health. Yes, it just did. The 25 works. The 10 still works. Everything is working fine. So I'm gonna be waiting till the enemy starts spawning the stronger guys, so I'll see you then. Okay, there you go. I see the enemy has spawned the second type. So now we know that it's all working. I think that should be it for today's episode. So I will be seeing you guys in the next episode of the Battle Cat type of a game, whatever thing tutorials. Next time, we can do the currency upgrades and stuff. So I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.